Well, hello everybody, and this is Auntie, and I'm here to do my review on This is Polly, Season 1, Episode 8, Season Finale, Love Bombs. And boy, was this a bomb. A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, and my nieces and nephews, and all of y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Advice. Sweet old. It's time for Auntie Advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for Auntie Advice. Well, welcome back, everybody, and this is Auntie. And if this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to the show if you like what I'm saying. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining this family. And to all of my nieces, nephews, and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. This was a rough season finale for some couples, and for some couples, it was just a dud. Just a whole bunch of fabricated, I think, bullcrap. And like, it is what it is. So let me go through these couples real quick, and then we're going to talk about them. I'm hoping that everybody is having a great Saturday on purpose. My Saturday has been up and down. I've been sleeping and wake up working and just got a lot going on. It just seems like the work week just eats up your whole entire life. And you got 2 days to try to squeeze everything in. And I am so tired of squeezing everything in. But anyway, I digress. And we're going to move on, and we're going to talk about this episode. So the first couple that I want to talk about, I don't know what happened to them. They just completely gone. I mean, completely gone. We saw them talk about having a wedding, and we ain't seen nothing else. I don't know whether or not this show is coming back or not, but this couple just completely went away from us. So I was like, okay. I mean, I guess. Let me go to the next couple. Now this was a mess. This whole entire season. I think they absolutely played in our face. Last week we saw him bring her some dead flowers. They tried to have a conversation. She tried to have a conversation in the restaurant with her girlfriend. Her girlfriend blindsided her by having BQ show up. And on this episode, we see the two of them get back together to have that one last conversation. And she basically decided that she would not be in a relationship with him anymore. She, finally felt totally disrespected by him. She realized that there was nothing that was going to come out of this relationship. And so, she went ghost on him, and she gone, and they're over. That's what we saw. We saw him begging and saying that he wanted another chance with her. I think that he just absolutely enjoyed toying with her emotions. And I'm hoping that, she did what she had to do with the whoop whoop and the boop, boop, boop. Of course, we have Marley and Bree. Now, of course, we all that know that Bree had been asking Marley to get a divorce. Marley, we saw a couple of episodes ago, go and meet with the lawyers. And when she met with the lawyers, they had drawn up some divorce papers. Last week, she went to the pool house because Marley is basically saying Bree moved out, and she gives her the divorce papers, and at that time, Bree is basically saying it's too little, too late for you to do this, and she's leaving to go to LA. And so we see Marley hook up with one of the other girls that the two of them have been trying to recruit into their 999,000 women that they want to have. And she's like, you got to get out because Bree left, and I just want to, take you out and cheer you up, in so many words. And so, Marley doesn't want to go out. She doesn't want to be cheered up, but she does anyway. And so she gets to a restaurant only to be greeted by Bree, taken into a room where there's flowers and an aisle for her to walk down, and it's absolutely beautiful in the pink and the white. And it says, "Will you marry me?" And so, of course, Molly is stunned by it. She is shocked. And they're getting married. She engaged, proposed to him. I'm gonna tell you, this particular couple, I had tried to like them. I've tried to find some kind of way of relating with them, if you will, and I just didn't. And the more that I looked at their TikTok and their social media, oh, welcome, boo. Welcome. Welcome back. The more that I watched their TikTok, the more that I realized I don't like them. I mean, there's nothing that I find that I can relate to them. I think that this was all like just a little game and stuff like that. I wish that the producers would find couples who got real problems, got a real life, right? I think it's a hit and miss. Um, but they've been on TikTok for years. And so when I started seeing that, I just was so disinterested in their storyline. And I should not do that because there's probably some of you all who really want me to get into it about their relationship. So I apologize, but I just can't fake it, right? I just did not care for them at all in their fake storyline, especially since it appears from watching TikTok, and maybe I'm wrong, that the ex lives with them, all three of them together. So I don't know how fake it is. I don't know how real it is, but I just ain't got it to do. And when I find myself not having it to do, y'all, I just ain't got it to do anymore. The next couple that I want to talk about is the Yahwehs. Now, I think it was in the membership. Ray Della, did I talk about the other young lady in the membership? Is Ray Della out here or any of the members? We talked about the one that got away in the membership. Waiting for a response back. Thank you, Billy, baby. Because I see it like that went down a black hole. In the membership, we discussed one of the ladies who is currently on TikTok, and we went through some of her videos as she explained. Thank you, baby Philly Foxes. I think everybody missed the question, but you. Um, she used to be in the Yahweh group, and she had talked about how she got into the group, and how she got out. And She was talking about the contract. She mentioned that, they, and these are all her allegations. She mentioned that they get on their accounts so that they can make sure that they only spend 10% of their salary. That's all they have of their own. The rest of it goes back in. She talked about how, Yahweh Poetic allegedly tried to take her children from her. She said that when she left the Yahweh compound, she had to leave with nothing. And since then, she has been restored. She has 4 children. She's absolutely beautiful. She's on TikTok, and so we talked about that in the membership, and just kind of went through some of her videos and stuff like that. Now, on this week's episode, we get back. We get to see what actually happened. So, of course, we all know that Yahweh Marty has not been able to have any kids by Yahweh Poetic, and all the rest of the girls are having kids. On last week's episode, he had a book on the table where he announced that Yahweh Crystal was pregnant. And so she had an emotional reaction to it, as I believe other people too. Okay. I would have had an emotional reaction too if I have been in a family for 4 to 5 years and I've never had a baby by him. And constantly they're having babies. I believe when the show first started, they had 14 kids. Anyway, she has an emotional reaction to it. She gets up and she goes into, like a outdoor, like she went, I don't know where she was. I don't know if she was on a balcony, if she was standing in the crack of the building, down in the cut. I don't know where she was. But of course, the little short one, and I can't think of her name right now, goes and tries to comfort her. But really, I noticed about them, they're not really trying to comfort her. They all was in on this. And that's what bothers me. All of y'all are in on this. At the end, you're going to do whatever is the best thing that y'all believe benefits Yahweh Poetic and Yahweh Crystal. Because Yahweh Marty is the only one who is having the problems and the discrepancies and the jealousy with Yahweh Crystal, because Yahweh Debash and Yahweh, I can't remember what the child name is, they're the ones that want to keep the peace and be blind to it. So she's trying to comfort her, and she said, "You saying that you all right, but you hear crying," and she's like bear hugging her on the ground, and she told her, like, seriously, I need my peace. I need my peace. Go ahead, get the up and go on. Right? So she gets herself together. She comes back to the table, and she begins to apologize. Oh, excuse me. She begins to apologize for feeling some kind of way. And she should not be feeling any kind of way about this. This is human. And her and the girl don't really get along. And so she comes back to the table. She says she's sorry. And then the Yahweh Poetic is like, I have no other kind of creative way of telling her. Tell her like you snuck and told everybody else. Because won't nobody at the daggone table, I don't care how Yahweh Debash act, wasn't nobody at that table surprised that Yahweh Crystal was pregnant but her. And I don't know why Yahweh Marty didn't see it, because when she was standing up and talking and stuff, you could see the baby. You could see that she was pregnant. So maybe they just don't mess with each other in the house. I don't know. But, she's trying to gather herself, get herself together, and all of that. And so later on, we see Yahweh Marty having a conversation with her mother. And she tells her mother, about what happened. And the mom is like, look, you got to take care of yourself. You need to come back to New York, come around family, be with people who love you so that you can recover from this trauma. And she did need to recover from the trauma because she has been sitting there all this time, taking care of the children, being a pseudo nanny, working, giving 90% of her salary, allegedly, to these women in this household, and she ain't got but one child in it. I don't even think that that's fair on any kind of way. You should be paying for the children that you got. There's no way in the world I would be paying for Crystal's 5, the Bash is 20. Like, no, it's me and my son, and I'm going to keep my salary to take care of me and my son. It's not my responsibility to pay for all y'all kids' bunk beds. Like, there's a lot that goes into that, in my humble opinion. Now, I may be able to give a little percentage on the electric and the water bill and the gas bill or whatever make that house run. But no, I'm not giving up 90% of my salary and I don't have but 1% child. I kiss my old on that. So anyway, she goes ahead. She gathers all the girls together and she tells them basically, y'all know what? This has been a lot. I need a break. I need to, take a reprieve. I'm going to do my thing and I'm going home. And so, of course, the little shortest one, right, is like, well, if you saying that you're going to be leaving and taking a break, then, that means you leaving. So she was like, I need a break. I mean, we already talked about the fertility. I was told that I couldn't do that. We got Yahweh Miracle in a hospital, and I know all of the money is going there. I'm shocked. I'm not mad at Crystal, right? We don't bunk with each other, but I ain't mad at her, and I'm happy that she's pregnant. But I need to go home for myself, and so now they trying to guilt trip her because she want to go. And I was sitting up there thinking, after we had listened to the young lady in the membership talk about getting out, right? I believe that the only reason she was able to get out the way that she did, this is just my opinion, was because the cameras was there. Because that little girl was talking about having to fight for her life to get up out of that camp. And how he snatched her kids and all that. Like, she was fighting for her life to get out. And Yahweh Marty just walks away from the situation. Now the women double teamed on her and was saying, you leaving the family, and we all gotta be here for each other. Nick Nat Patty give a dog a bone, and she said, yeah, I need to be here, and I love y'all, but at the same time, I got to sit here and watch y'all pop out all these babies, and I'm not able to do one, and it makes me feel like less of a woman because every time I turn around, somebody having a baby, and they like, but the kids is gonna miss you and all this stuff. The kids. We're talking about me right now. They are on her because she wants to leave. And she decides to leave and go home. And then, of course, they talking about her. Soon as she get her butt up out of the sea. And he like, I don't want Crystal to be feeling any kind of way about this. Crystal, you need to be happy. And then Crystal was like, you are loved. You are loved. I mean, we love you. We love you, Yahweh. Girl, if you don't get the on my face. So she leaves. And at the end of this segment, we see her walking back across the grass. Her and her son, she back. I was like, you never gonna be happy in that household. And I think I said it before. If I didn't, it's worth repeating. If she gets out of that relationship, she probably will meet her a man and get pregnant in 2 weeks. I think sometimes, not all the time, that God's rejection is your protection. Fortunately, she's the only one that doesn't have a child that locks her to Yahweh. She has a mother who loves her, who supports her, who wants a relationship, who's walking around on glass trying not to get cut, just to have a relationship with her daughter. And it appears that Yahweh Marty really does have a support system outside of this home. But honey, next thing you know, she turned around, she walking right back to the house. And all of them, excuse me, run to hug her and everything. But really, you can tell that Yahweh, just from what I have observed, you can tell that Yahweh Crystal is his favorite. And then unfortunately at the end, we find out that baby Miracle, Yahweh Miracle, did pass away. And that is sad. I think I had giving you all the statistics. I basically broke down in the previous video. I broke down what it is that she had and the mortality rate of children who are born with what baby Miracle was born with. And so she unfortunately has passed away. And I'm sure that that is hard on Yahweh Dabash. And I'm just wishing, my best for them. So let me move on before I end up being on a whole different. I think Nita forgot, and some of y'all may not like what I'm saying, but I'm going to say it. I think Nita forgot she was black. I think Nita forgot she was an ex-con. But I think that they told Nita in no uncertain terms, we're married, you're not. We don't owe you nothing, even though we said we was going to give it to you. You are a piece of for them. You got the game twisted thinking that you were equal to this couple and you were not. You are ex-con. So when she got out of jail and they sat there and said, okay, we giving you this ring. How long does this ring last? How long does this love last? Forever? Forever until you do something that we don't like and we're going to lock up like a transformer on your ass. And that's exactly what we saw happen in this episode. It been building and building and building because Cammy don't doesn't want anyone to see who she really is. She appropriated your hairstyle, tried to appropriate your culture, but don't want no parts of you except for the parts she want. Calm down, auntie, because you said you weren't going to scream through this video. These are my opinions. These are my opinions. She said that you gave her the permission to wear her hair like that. You the one that taught her how to wear her hair like that. But when it came down to it, they let you know in no uncertain terms, we run this, we married. He sat up there and said, right, wrong, or indifferent, I'ma support my wife. Her ass was standing on the outside looking in. They let her know You don't have a right to complain about anything. Matter of fact, you don't have no rights in this relationship. We doing you a favor. Neither they let you be black for a little while. They let you have your voice and your opinion for a little while. But when it got out of control and they felt like you was out of control and they couldn't manage you and your attitude and your personality, your rudeness, your brashness, because you are rude and brash, Nita. You really are. And you did come up in there thinking you were equal to this couple, and they let you know that you not. You are expendable. But keep on showing me how to twist my hair and what braid shops to go to. This woman even goes down to the wedding store saying that this wasn't a wedding, but gets a wedding dress. You good as long as you good. And I hope you woke the up. They're all getting ready for the ceremony. The first thing Cammy says out her mouth early in the morning, before she could brush her teeth good, is I knew this was going to be like this. Then why didn't you, head of the household, make sure that you took extra steps so that it wouldn't be disorganized? Y'all wouldn't be behind. Because you had already withdrew your love and your support from Nita, because Nita wasn't obeying. Nita was out of control. They could not control her, and they started seeing an anger in her that isn't allowed. You got out of control, Nita. You made them afraid. You made Cammy afraid of you. So they're up. Nita don't have her stuff together. Cammy already acknowledged that she knew she wasn't gonna have it together. She's frustrated because now it's looking more and more like a wedding. Nita's outside throwing some raggedy dollar store flowers up. She's out there with the cameraman and they ask her how she feel. She tell them, well, they saying it ain't no wedding. She's out there repeating the same thing that she's been saying. But Cammy, I'm going to say some things that may make y'all uncomfortable. It's not my intention to make you uncomfortable, but it's my intention to make sure I point this out. Because I've been black as long as I've been black. And there are certain buzzwords that are used when someone is articulating their frustration. For some people, when a black woman gets a little irritated, she is now, I'm afraid. This is too much. I can't handle this. Could be in a simple meeting and say something and you're labeled aggressive, uncooperative, unprofessional. Nita was under a disillusion that she was equal to Cammy in Trent's eyes and in Cammy's. You was under an illusion that these people really loved you. She's out there telling the people, the cameraman, she has a right. This is a show. They're taping. They have a right to come and ask her a question. She answers it with a little bit of rah rah because she wasn't screaming and hollering and spazzing out that, like Cammy said when she went up to Trent. Cammy made it seem like she was out there going off to Trent. I need protection. Let me walk away for a minute. Hold on, y'all. She's like, what's going on? She's telling them who makes a commitment to somebody and doesn't make a commitment to their future. So if something happens and they die, I start from day one. I want to feel like it's a little bit equal. I know it's not. Well, I don't know. I think Nita was under disillusion. I think she was totally confused about who she was. But that's a whole different story by itself. She sat there. The daughter comes, she runs upstairs. Trent, I don't know what to do with this. I mean, she's out there spazzing out and screaming with the producer. No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. She was saying some things that were true and made you uncomfortable. And then here comes the daughter. What's going on? What are you talking about? She said the producers asked me a question. They're doing an interview. They asked me a question and I answered it honestly. Well, it just seems like, there's some very derogatory, aggressive or derogatory words that, are being said out here. And mom heard some of them. She said, okay, Ann, I asked you to been out here having a conversation, but she don't want to do that. But see, Nita, what you didn't understand was it been time for you to stop talking. You have no power in this relationship. These people, as you said, left nothing, was going to leave nothing for you. You get what we give you at the table. You're not taking their children inheritance. They told you that last episode. What we worked hard for is for our children. The God of here, Nita. And it's mighty strange that they knew how to say Nita, but at first it was Nita. So the mask fell off. It fell completely off, in my opinion. These are my opinions. May not be actual, may not be factual, but these are my opinions. You let me know yours downtown in the comments section. The mask fell off. The tolerance for your bullcrap fell off. Because you were saying things that were true. You should be looking out for that because you've been in a relationship with them. Everything was cool in the game. It was their idea to give you a ring. It was their idea to commit to you. It was their idea to say that y'all would be together forever. But when it came down to putting the paper to the pen, they were unwilling to do that. You don't have equal parts. It was amazing when she was talking to them because now she got the husband talking. We ain't seen the husband talk to Nita during this whole season. We have not seen him talk to Nita a good 5 minutes. Everything been between Cammy and Trent. I'm Cammy and Nita. And now I'm the damsel in distress. I know this is uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable for me. But it is what it is. If you disagree, let me know in the comment section. And it's fine to disagree with me. I'm just telling you from what I've seen week after week. Cammy been running everything, including how she fits in the bed, who she dates, who Nita doesn't date. She's been running everything. She even admitted that she let the girl come in and take over and love her kids. Absolutely, Tamika. They reminded you, Nita, and put you in your place. They put you in your place. We swing with you, but we don't with you. And we not taking care of you and your mother outside of what we deem you get to have. And when she pulled that we're husband and wife card, we didn't make a commitment. I said, all while you appropriating our hairstyle. All while you got hooked up downtown at the African braid shop. All while you sitting there trying to look as black as you could. What's up, boo? If you want to get in, you know I dropped the link for you. If you want to get in. Yeah, I'm not letting up on her hair. Because that's when she went on to another content creator. I got a video up when she went on another content creator channel, and everybody blew me up because she was talking about the hair, and I said something, she gonna send something back to me, and I told her, no, you going over there with Mary. You going on over there. We don't need to have no conversation. For what? When she sat up there in front of all y'all faces and y'all blew my DMs up because she said she can relate to the black women being discriminated against because of their hair. And I was nice. I was nice. You cannot relate to the black woman's experience. And I was nice. Nita got it twisted. These people wanted her in their life for what they wanted her in her life for, and when she did not fit, Cammy used all kinds of buzzwords. I think if she did not do that, it would not have pissed me off so much. She used all the buzzwords, all of them. And then you acting like you in so much fear. If you bring it, you're going to have to take what somebody else bring. This a potluck, y'all. You can't cower down and be the victim now. You can't cower down and be the mother. Let me walk. Hold on. Let me walk one more time. Oh my God. This is triggering. This triggered me. Yeah, I'm triggered. Let me bring red lipstick up because I'm triggered. Because I don't like to have these conversations because I love everybody. But I ain't stupid either. And everybody ain't the same. They not. Everybody ain't the same. And I tried to get Cammy the benefit of the doubt. Until I see you. And once I see you, you cannot be unseen. Don't sit there and drop them cotton freaking buzzwords on that girl. They rolled the beam footage back last week to show that they was the one that called it a wedding. But then you want to keep her in her place and keep telling her this is not a wedding. This is not a wedding. We are not marrying you. We're married. And then when you talking to I'm sick of her talking about me and attacking me. She wasn't attacking you. She was talking to the producers. When did Nita attack Cammy? Nita been walking on eggshells. Just trying to get along and stay the fuck out the way. And it wasn't enough for Cammy because she wasn't kissing her. What you saying, beautiful lady? I knew Cammy was wearing a mask from the beginning and said so when I replied to her so-called apology. I've been around the true and the untrue. She was too over the top. Okay? I dropped the link, Ray Dollar. Take your name out of there. Put your put your YouTube name in. Your whole name is coming up. Take your name out. Take your name out. Don't nobody need to see your legal. Hey, boo. What's up, boo?
Hey, girl. I was like, oh, I'm early, but I love this.
I'm trying not to say, girl. I'm trying my best to be on my best behavior, but I ain't got it to do with the foolishness. This her mask completely fell to her knees.
Well, there's a difference between appropriation and appreciation. And this is clearly appropriation, not appreciation. And we know the difference and we can spot it.
Hell,
And unfortunately, too, people like this prey on individuals that don't have as many options, might be in a financial bind, might be a little bit more desolate. They prey on people like that need more resources because they're assuming, well, you're not going to complain or you're not going to say as much. And they're
yeah,
probably
because you saw in a pre, and I'm gonna tell you why I agree with you on that red
Mhm,
lipstick because you saw when they would start talking about what they did for her mother. We taking care of her mother.
mhm. Yeah, it's the same thing with what's the other Seeking Sister Wives with Garrett and his wife and how they consistently go to like Brazil where they're dealing with a lot of economic desperation and they
Mm-hmm.
like seek out women that need the financial support. and they were just all devastated by the fact that the one left them after she got the money she wanted. But that's why a lot of people are even involved in this stuff. Like this woman could go.
You talking about Derek? You talking
Yeah.
about the Merrifield?
Yeah, remember the Merrifields and how he was like, I felt like I know that he was attracted to brown women, but they were also targeting women from areas of the world,
Yeah.
the financial support. And this is kind of very similar, where this is a woman that, especially she's been in the prison system. Maybe she only liked men when she went in, but when she came out, she probably likes women too. And she's probably like in a weird position. Who knows how much family she's really got left that can help her, not family that she's having to take care of. You know, they took advantage of that. They knew what they were doing.
Because as soon as she stepped out of line,
yeah,
and
it's
imagined
financial
more
abuse.
for herself, as
Mhm.
soon as she wanted more finances and said, am I gonna get any money? Are y'all gonna take care of me? You gonna put a trust fund up for me? What you gonna do?
Mhm.
That was it for them. Cammy just about blacked out.
Yeah, it's financial abuse because most real relationships, when you get married, you have a financial obligation to that spouse or partner. And in this situation, they knew that they could weasel out of that until she kind of called them out on it. And I don't think they thought that she would be smart enough to say, "Hey, I mean, I'm in this, but what about when something happens to y'all? Like, or what if I want to leave the relationship? What's the benefit to me?"
And it was none. And they ain't even come up. They didn't even make nothing up.
No.
They didn't even.
And neither one of them is the most attractive people on the planet for say that's why she's with you. I mean, why do you think that she's dealing with you? Hello. This is crazy. It's kind of crazy.
It was so sad. It made me angry.
It does make you angry.
It made me very angry.
Because it clearly took advantage of her. I mean, it's
in my opinion. In my opinion, they did.
Yeah, they definitely did. And they're living in like neighborhoods and environments where nobody's going to be taking up for the formerly incarcerated people and what their experience is when they, come back out, the recidivism rates of not having opportunities, being able to have gainful employment. And in this economy, please, like, if you have a felony,
yeah, you done.
You're done.
You done.
And I feel like if she didn't have that monkey on her back, she wouldn't be dealing with him anyway.
Because she said that this was the most healthy relationship that she's ever been in.
Yeah, it's probably been abusive relationships, people that take advantage of you. But what she thinks is healthy really isn't healthy because they're not physically abusing her, they're financially abusing her. So it's really not healthy. It just looks different to her. And she's accepted this abuse because that's really all she knows is probably abuse. And she's not even recognizing that this is just another form of that. It just looks different.
It was so amazing how they just, all I could think was a transformer. Just Voltron. Like they just and locked in.
And no shade, them braids look a mess on her. I'm just like,
a mess.
Some people are just not meant to wear that. It's just not for everybody.
A mess.
It's just not for everybody.
I know. She sent me. I did a video based on the demand. She sent me, a thing, and she wanted to have a conversation. Hell no.
I don't even know. I feel like that would, unfortunately, in those situations, there's almost no win for the Black woman in that conversation because it'll literally just make you look angry, and nobody cares how Black women feel, or they don't want to hear what we have to say. So the last thing we want to do is give you a platform to look like the victim in this situation when you're not. And that's exactly what it would have done.
And I'm an intelligent Black woman.
Yes.
I don't care how much y'all come out here and cuss and do what I do with the whoop whoop and make jokes and stuff. I am a very intelligent woman.
Yes.
And I am smart enough to know you ain't coming on my damn platform.
Yeah, and making me look
and saying nothing.
No,
and you're not going to back me in the corner.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Based on my experiences, you're not doing that. And if you going over there to Mary and apologize to Mary,
Yeah.
but don't bring it. Hell no, no, we don't need to talk about nothing. I should
It
read
wouldn't
it
have been good.
aloud. I should read it aloud so everybody know. No, you're not coming over here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your apology. But how many times have we heard apologies? Apology doesn't change systematic.
Racism. Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It's systemic. So it's kind of like, sweetie, at this point, you know what you could do for us? You could act right on TV. You could not financially abuse individuals that you know are in a marginalized community. You could start by doing that. That's how she could apologize to you, by changed behavior. Like, don't tell me you're sorry. I don't care about that. I want to see your actual changed behavior. First off, take them braids out your head. That's number one. Do that first. Check mark that off the list. Okay. Number two, stop taking advantage of people in marginalized communities. That would be number two on the list. If you can do those things, that's called change behavior. That's what an actual apology looks like.
And you know the thing about it was, remember when she went out with a partner? It was a black man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The little 4-hour rendezvous that they get to have, she chose a black man. Girl, we believe that we see you. Now, maybe we could be off, right? Because all of this, y'all, is our opinions.
Yes. Okay. Not based off any facts.
not based off any facts or verified information. We just talking about strictly what we've seen on the show.
And multiple degrees. Okay.
But I'm sitting there going, no, you're not coming over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need an apology from you. And it's a hard thing to talk about, right? Because I don't want to come off as an angry black woman. I'm not. But I'm going to make sure I let you know I see you.
Yes. And it would make you come off that way, whether you were angry or not. Just you pushing back on her behavior and calling her out for things that are glaring to us, but can be subliminal to other people or just kind of go over people's heads. It's like you will get labeled that way. And it's like the juice is not worth the squeeze for those situations.
It's not.
Not for a channel you've built and invested in and people love coming to. And also it's like it's just a great community, like a very mixed community. It's like, why are we creating this drama for ourselves? Honestly, it's not even worth it.
Not even worth it.
Come and eat chocolate dipped strawberries and watch Married at First Sight watch alongs. Okay.
That's funny. Ain't that crazy? Now, Married at First Sight, I don't think not one of them couples gonna make it.
I think maybe one or two. We'll have to talk about it, but I'm thinking maybe one or two. But the most of them, absolutely not.
But I went and looked at the statistics. Okay, time out, y'all. We talking about this real quick.
Yeah,
I went and looked at the statistics. 7% of the UK marriages lasted.
Yeah.
Dr. Kyle and them was like 37. Why would they get rid of those judges to get judges with a lower success rate? I did research on it because I'm going to talk about it, when I do.
Yeah.
Like what? The guy, is his name Felipe?
The first one?
Yes. Is it
from
Felipe?
Brazil? Yeah. From Felipe. I think it's Felipe from Brazil.
Why would they ever get a wife for him?
He's like a 12, and it's so funny. And they keep saying he doesn't own the restaurant.
Yeah, they didn't bust that out on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm like, that man does not own that restaurant. He's a general manager.
Yeah, they didn't bust that out on
manager, and that's great, but he doesn't own it. And I'm just like, I wish they would cut that. I'm like, I've heard that on so many people talk. I'm like, y'all, that man does not own that restaurant. He's a GM, which is fine, but he don't own it.
But you sit there, you look across the table from him, You say to him, do you realize that you were on time for
Yeah.
any of our meetings? Oh, I was out partying and drinking.
And they still gave him a match.
Well, despite all of that, we found a match.
Yeah.
Like,
And what does it say when they're like, you're like pushing out of your weight? Like, I'm sorry, she's so out of his league. Like, way out of his league.
I'm I was going to do Married at First Sight today, and I said no,
Mhm.
Auntie, do it tomorrow because you need to really have your stuff together. I have been writing for days.
On Married at First Sight.
Like, seriously, because I have to write, get it together,
Yeah.
get my thoughts together
Mhm.
about these couples. I want to be able to come out and really talk about the couples, the qualification differences, and
Mhm.
even when he told the black woman, so they have to make over 200,000. You said 250. Can you just come down? Like she on a at an auction. 250 is too high. Can you bring it down? No.
And you know what's funny about that too is once you make over 180,000, your tax bracket and the percentage in which your income is taxed is significantly lower. You're basically giving yourself an immediate raise once you make over every dollar over 180,000. So when you make that big $50,000 jump from 250 to 200, it feels like you've made a $150,000 jump when all the math works out. It makes a significant financial difference when you get to a 180 plus bracket. It's not the same. So like so even though she's trying to be cool about it, but it's a significant difference and you feel the difference. Like that man would feel the difference in her salary compared to his simply because of the taxes. And if you've been a woman that's been a breadwinner in any point of in any relationship you've been in, you know, because 9 times out of 10, the way it impacts specifically, especially black men, the way it impacts how they react in relationships, their self-esteem, it impacts a lot of that stuff. Even if they say that they're okay with it, most of them are not okay with it. Then they start trying to compete with you. And I'm like, why are you competing with your partner? Are we not in a partnership with this?
But
And
that's yeah. But
then
that's why I've noticed that if I date somebody, they have to significantly make more than me.
you have to make a nice chunk of money.
You have to, because other than that, you're gonna be intimidated, criticized. Like,
Mhm.
come on, like
And we've all tried. We literally have all
yeah,
tried.
I've tried to date the man that
Yes, we've
it
tried
doesn't
it.
work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. It
And it's
just
not because
doesn't work.
I'm not holding anything over your head. I'm handling my own business. But all of a sudden now you can't handle yours. It's just really weird. It's a really weird vibe. You're competing. You're telling me not to go for things. You're telling me not to achieve what I can achieve. You don't want to congratulate me when good things happen. You're
Can't
just
think out of the box. Oh my God,
yeah,
who are you? You think you better than me
yeah.
because
You
you
think you're
halfway.
better.
Like,
Oh,
ain't
hey, you
nobody
big
got time
money.
for that bullshit. That's why I don't date anymore. I'm perfectly fine with a whoop bam, thank you, ma'am. I don't have to. I don't want to date anybody. I don't. First of all, I don't have the time. Um,
Mhm,
I don't want to introduce anybody into my daughter's life at this age of my life and her life.
mhm.
And I don't want the struggle of having to keep pushing your ego up every time I see you. And if I say something, then I'm mad. I'm just
Mhm.
angry. I'm aggressive. I know you remember the Married at First Sight when oh my God, what was the black girl name that was dating the school teacher?
Ikechi and
Kichi. Yeah,
yeah.
Kichi. Oh my.
You used to call him Ichi Gichi. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Like you don't like that is so real, and people don't realize how real that
Yeah.
is. It's
And the
so
only time
real.
it works is she got a man that was extremely like very confident in himself. Like the man she's with now, he's very confident in himself. And that's the only reason why their relationship works, because he feels totally okay with checking her, whether she makes $1 trillion or $1. You could tell he just does not care. Akechi could not handle it. He kept measuring himself
Yeah.
to her.
As soon as he saw her apartment.
Yeah.
As soon as he saw her apartment.
But I think that's because he used to be a former like chunky kid. And so he really never had really good self-esteem. Whereas her actual husband, I think, has probably always had really high self-esteem and could probably get any woman he wants to. So he doesn't have the same level of intimidation when it comes to finances. She got with the right person finally, but
yeah, and they've had a baby.
Yeah, they had a baby and they're doing great. And he's still not married. So,
and I don't think he wanted to be married.
He's a Renaissance man. He wants to sell paintings and listen to Sade and.
Is it a crime?
Okay.
You know them kind of men.
Okay.
Girl, yeah. Nobody got that to do.
Oh yeah, he wants to do paintings with the shirt off and a little paint vest on and pour you a red wine and
incense, light
some incense.
You know, ain't nobody got.
Yeah, and can barely pay the rent. Okay, that's the vibes.
And when you are out there in those streets and you are struggling, because we got to work harder. We have to work harder. We have to work smarter, and it's okay. It is what it is. We know what it is.
Yes.
But when you are trying to find love and be in a relationship, that's the last thing that you want, is to be in competition.
And finances be finances be an immediate struggle. It's like that's usually something that causes divorces. So why would you want to start off with finances being a struggle or a concern? It's like, why would you set your marriage up for that? And also, she said that if a woman tells you she wants 6 feet, but she dated some guy shorter, that's not the same as you going from 6 feet to a man that's 5'6". That's not like a little bit of a drop down. Like if he would have been like 5'9", 5'10", that's not as big of a deal. Those guys could actually feel kind of tall, especially if they're like a larger dude. But like to go from a woman that typically dated 6 foot men to a dude that's 5'6", it's like
he looked 5'4" to me. He looked like a little Teletubby.
He's probably 5'6" with heels on, but I tried to make him feel better. Okay, like listen, all his shoes that got a heel, I know they do. And that's okay, but don't lie. Don't lie. Keep it honest. Keep it cute. Keep it honest.
There, you got me crying.
Oh, but I did like his suit. I did like the suit.
Girl, I'm trying to maintain my the only man that I knew that
I'm thinking about your earlier video with the girl talking about him skipping. I'm just like, oh my God.
But the thing about it, the only man that I know that could successfully pull off some heels was Prince.
Yes, and he is not Prince. And he's not Prince. Prince is the only one.
He ain't even Prince's third cousin. No. He's nowhere near Prince.
Prince,
girl,
Prince
no.
Only.
No.
Only, yes.
Only Prince. And Morris Day sometimes. And there's
Baby Blue that's like from Pretty Ricky. He be having his little heels on too. And he has that energy to pull it. You have to have a certain energy to pull that off.
Rick
When you're a
James.
smaller
Rick
guy.
James to get away with. Rick
Yes.
James did heels. Okay.
Yes, you have to have a certain
Little Richard.
energy. Yes, but Little Richard was not trying to pull us.
Right. Right.
If you're trying to pull a woman, you have to have big dog energy in your
Big
body.
dog. Big
That's
kahuna.
what you got to do.
You
Yeah.
gotta have big kahuna and know you got it.
Yes. You can't skip to my car door. You can't. Too much frolicking.
Too much.
I
It
still can't get over that.
We done finally got off of This Is Polly. Do you want to come on? Now, I can do the introduction of the couples and we can talk about it. If you want to do that in like, okay, what time is it? 8:05, 8:15?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm going to send you the link. So everybody, thank y'all so much. This is my girl. This is Red Lipstick Reality. She has her own YouTube channel. She does all things the Sister Wives, all things the Sister Wives.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I look at her, I be like, dang, I ain't even think about it. I'm so busy cussing people out. But she is logical. She plays it. She stops it, which I'm so scared to do because I feel like they're going to strike my channel.
Yeah.
But she is all things Cody Brown, the Browns, like all that. And when she talks, it makes so much sense. And while we agree with each other, the way that she breaks it down is totally different from me. So if you want to look at some good the Browns, you have got to go to her channel. But we're gonna come back in 15 minutes. You want me you got your notification bells on?
Yep.
So as soon as I go live, you gonna live with me? Okay, then I'll drop it in the chat and we'll come out. So we're gonna do a cast and we're gonna just talk about it. Then that way I don't have to be trying to come back tomorrow.
Yeah, I got the notes. I watched it. I'm ready to talk about that.
Well, honey, I'm probably gonna end up yielding the floor to you because I would love to hear what you say.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm like, this is like my one of my favorite shows because I'm just like,
yes,
what I do in this scenario.
Yes, because I'm telling you, some of these couples, I don't see anybody making it. I just don't see anybody making it. But we'll talk.
We'll have to talk about it.
We'll be back, everybody, in 15 minutes. Put your notification bells on so that when I go live, you go live. And we're going to be going live with Red Lipstick Reality talking about Married at First Sight Season 20.
Period.
And that's on period. All right, girl, I'm going to drop you down. Let me let the dogs out. Let them take a little bit of bathroom break. And I'll be right back.
I'll be here. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.